to you all. How are you all doing? Today's video, I'm going to talk to you all about this. So today's video is going to be on how to use your pendulum and a little bit of information about it and how it works. So today's video is going to be all about how you work your pendulum, how do you use it, and a little bit of information about how it works. So this pendulum happens to be a crystal pendulum. This is called a chakra pendulum, and it's actually my only one that I own. So it's my go-to pendulum. So I love it. It gives me great yes/no answers. Sometimes I do use a pendulum board, but if you're just starting out and you haven't bought one of these and you're considering of buying one yet, please buy one 1,000,000%, because it's a brilliant source of information. It gives you some clarity on some answers. Please remember that the pendulum readings, the pendulum swings, are about 75 to 80% accurate. So it's a good innings, it's a good response, but always remember that everything with a pendulum is about 75 to 80% accurate. So there's that room for movement. Okay, a little bit about how pendulums work. You can buy crystal pendulums, you can buy metal ones, wood ones, or you can actually make a pendulum out of a ring or use a necklace, anything with a chain or a thread that swings. Pendulums work on the basis of your subconscious. So it's basically you're moving the pendulum yourself without even realizing it. So, you know, when you get those feelings and those energies, then you know that intuition, everyone's got intuition, everybody. So some people block it out, a lot of people block it out, they don't believe in things like that, but a lot of us do not, and some people have it more than others, of course. But yeah, they work on that level. So that's basically how it works. I always think that it's your subconscious, your energy, the spirits and the universe pushing the pendulum into a yes, no, maybe answer. So that's how they work. So a little bit about pendulums as well. Before I show you how to get a yes, no, and that's how people are confused. What's a yes? What's a no? What's a maybe? Which way does it swing for a yes? You know, that's where it gets confusing with people. And I'm going to show you how to find out what is the movement for this pendulum in particular. So what I'm going to show you now is how you get a yes, no, maybe needs more information out of your pendulum. So hold your pendulum in your receiving hand. That'll be the hand that you use the most or write with, or the one that you do the most with, okay? Hold out the hand that you don't use as much. In my case, my right, this is my left. So you've got 3 points on this hand. We have a negative charge, which is your forefinger, positive charge, which is the middle finger, and then you have your neutral. It's a bit like driving a car, isn't it? So you have your neutral, and that is your no, yes, and your maybe needs more information. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, and you always start with the no, with the negative charge. Hold your pendulum like that. Don't hold it too long, because it'll take ages to swing and you won't get a good swing. Hold it about halfway or just under halfway. Hold the rest of it into your hand, otherwise it will just interfere with the swing. Some people do that with it. That's fine. I find that a little bit you've got too much control over it and it doesn't give you that leeway, you know, that lightness. Try and keep it light. So I'm going to hold mine about halfway. I'm going to hold it over my negative charge. So this is the movement that you need for a no. Okay, just give it a minute. And it's swinging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, it's swinging back and forth horizontal. So that would be, for this pendulum, a no. Okay, then you go to your positive charge, which is the middle finger here, which would be for a yes. So hold it over your middle finger, just bring it up here, wait a little bit. Okay, so we've got it swinging round and round and round, and that would be the round movement for a yes. So that would be a yes. So no is horizontal side to side, a yes is round and round for this pendulum. Then hold it over your neutral thumb. have a look which way this swings. Okay, for this pendulum, it's an up and down vertical line. There you go, it's swinging higher and higher. Okay, so for this pendulum, a no is side to side, a yes is round and round, and then you've got your neutral charge there, which is vertical up and down. And I'm telling you, that will never change on this pendulum. Those movements will always be there the minute I charge it. Try to test before each session that you do with your question and answer session. Always test it. So go and test your pendulums now. Even if I bet you some of you say, I bet it'll change tomorrow or next week. No, it will always be the same. So this pendulum will always swing round and round, horizontally for a no and vertically for yes, maybe, needs more information. So now you have your triggers for yes, no, maybe, needs more information, and you can start using your pendulum. So you know how to use it, you know how to put it in your hand, you know that you use your receiving hand, and you use this one free. When you're doing a yes, no question, make sure you word your questions so you do get yes, no, maybe, okay? When you use your pendulum, you put it somewhere sort of here above your heart, okay? I'm in front of the camera, so I'm just lifting it a little bit higher so you can see it. So yeah, so then you can word or ask your question. You can ask it a trigger question, of course, like is the sky blue or is the sun yellow or something like that, okay? After each question, after the pendulum has given you an answer, you wipe it like that so you can start again. So you're wiping that energy off and then ask another question. Sometimes you will notice that the pendulum might punish you, and if you ask a silly question, too silly, you know, be respectful. If you're asking such a silly question, it could sort of swing in all directions, and I've seen it go in 3 answers just to punish you, you know. So be respectful of your pendulum, treat it well. I keep mine in this bag, okay, so I keep it away. To recharge or to cleanse your pendulum, you can hold it under some running water, just gently let it run over to wash away negativity. Also, you can put it in moonlight, you can carry it around with you, you can sleep with it. Yeah, you can sleep with it, you can use sage, whatever it is you like to cleanse. You know, if you cleanse your tarot decks, use the same stuff with your pendulum, that's fine. Look after it, take care of it, don't let anyone else mess with it. If it has been messed with, you know, if you've used it for your friends, you know, that's fine, but make sure you cleanse it afterwards, because you don't want their energy, because you want to answer your own questions, you know. Try and word your questions for yes, no answers as well. The maybe, the neutral answer is often maybe, perhaps, you need more information. So sometimes you need to come back on that, say a week later or a few days later, to get a definite answer. So yeah, have fun with your pendulum and respect it, respect what's pushing it and how it works, and it works with energy and spirits. For me, that's how it works. That's how I think pendulums work. Spirits, energy, your subconscious, so you're moving it yourself, and also people that move into the right question. Remember that your pendulum is 75% to 80% accurate, so there is room for movement. Nothing is 100%, not even in divination, so just bear that in mind as well. So yeah, if you haven't got one of these, you know, invest. If you haven't, you know, wait to get one, or just use a ring on a string, or always have good intentions when you use the pendulum as well, okay, because these things can be pretty powerful. So look after yourselves, look after your pendulum, and that's a little bit of info on how you use the pendulum. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, thank you so much for listening, and it's been a pleasure. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.